Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is the Dark Pictures Anthology, but this time with a hope. So this is the second iteration from the Dark Pictures, and this game is developed by the Supermassive Games. That, in case you don't know, Supermassive Games were the previous developers of the PS4 exclusive known as Until Dawn, but they decided to move away from exclusivity of PlayStation and they decided to start developing games like these Dark Pictures. So they also abandoned their in-house technology, which was awesome. But now they are using Unreal Engine 4. So they started with Man of Medan last year, which the motion capture of the game was simply amazing, and they now moved on to this second iteration, which is called With a Hope, and there will also be a third iteration. Each one have one story, and that's about it. But you are here to know how this game performs on the MX130 or the GT 940 MX. So keep in mind that both of these cards are the same card, alright? Nvidia just rebranded the 904 MX to the MX130, but keep in mind that I'm using the 2GB GDDR5 version, so if you have the DDR3 version, your performance will be much worse than this, and I will hardly recommend you to get this game. So if you have any of the 2GB or 4GB GDDR5 version, you should expect to have the same performance that I'm having in here. So, as you can see, graphics are simply amazing, even at the lowest settings which I'm using in here. But I'm using some tricks for this game to run like this, unfortunately. So, you just can't get this level of performance without using some tricks that I'm using. So, I will just show you off the settings just right now. Let's just these characters rise up first from the ground. And yeah, Daniel, let's go. Let's show the settings to these guys. So settings, as you can see, I'm playing the game at 720p. Every stuff it is at the lowest possible settings, except from AA quality. AA quality doesn't really affect the performance that much in this game. It is just a very slight difference and offers a much more higher AA quality. And so I decided to go with AA Ultra because I had to do one trick. So if you go to your hard disk drive in here, and you go to users, and you go to your username, and you go to app data, this folder it is hidden, keep that in mind. Go to local, alright, and search for a little hope, and just go and open the folders that you see in here, and open the game user settings. Alright, so if you open this on this .ini file, there is a lot of settings. Just don't care about them. Alright, just put 50 on resolution scaling. So what this does is that despite we are playing at 720p, this will force the game to play at half of the resolution that you are playing. So in this case it is 720p, half of it should be something like well, unfortunately 360p. So that's why I decided to keep the AA on ultra to try to blur what is going to be a massive amount of pixels. So looking to the requirements, you can see that this game asks for an FX CPU, 8GB of RAM and the GTX 750 Ti. So we are obviously below the minimums. And I have in here the results that you would add if you wouldn't make this trick. So this trick or tweak, the average would be 18 frames per second with minimums around 11 frames per second. So the performance would be most of the time below 20 frames per second, so it was pretty bad. While with this tweak over here, you can expect your performance to be mostly above 25 FPS to 40. Yes, there is some moments where it can even go lower than that. So yes, you guess it. This game can be really pretty demanding, and in my opinion, you should really do this trick to enjoy a better performance. Although, yes, visually it looks that it just blurs every stuff. Alright, but it still looks good in a way that this game doesn't really require you to have a very high resolution or something. because the scenarios are small, visuals are very well treated, and most of these cutscenes going on, they are just very close by images, so you just always get close by images of the faces of the characters or the objects. So yes, resolution obviously makes a difference, but even at these such low resolutions, you can still enjoy the game. And the worst part is that the frame rate can really get very below 20 frames per second at times, and this is not good. So yeah, the darker pictures, little hope. It is an interactive movie, if I can call it like this. So you don't have really big gameplay sections. You won't be shooting enemies or stuff like that. It just don't really require you to be quick in any way, or that you have high frame rates for you to play it. So having these massive drops won't be having a big impact, you know, in your gameplay, but surely it will get in the way of you visually. So visually it will look strange, and especially playing at this resolution with this amount of tweaks, it will be strange. So if you ask me if I should recommend you to buy this game, well, it's an hard thing to say. I would say no. I wouldn't recommend you to play this game like this. Alright, and despite the lowest settings looks pretty good, this amount of low resolution that we are using in here and the performance that you are getting it in exchange, well, it is pretty low. And so I wouldn't really recommend it. But the question is, can you finish the game like this and still get the story and still make your decisions? Well, the answer is yes, you can. And in that regard, I will leave the decision up to you. Alright, so let's talk now a little bit about the game. This will be pretty much the same thing as Man of Medan, but according to critics, because I haven't played that much, not even Man of Medan honestly, but according to critics, the game, most of the people agree that this game, it is not at the same way as Man of Medan. And some of the point features that they say is that the story, it was a little bit more easy to guess. Alright, so it's interesting though, it's very intriguing. It's going to immerse you into the game, because the story, it is very intriguing. You will be stuck to the screen from beginning to the end. Most of the people agree with this, but they saw all the results coming. They saw everything coming from the beginning to the end, so it's very predictable. That's what some of the people say. Now, of course, your mileage may vary. Many people might be expecting one thing and other thing does happen. But the same thing goes with Man of Medan. So your decisions will directly affect the story, who dies, who doesn't. So it's the same thing, but a different story. And they say that the story, it is slightly worse than, well, than Man of Medan. Anyway, despite it is slightly worse, it doesn't mean that it sucks, because according to most of the people, they are satisfied with the game, but it is a nice B-roll movie after all. The scores, according to Metacritic, it is about 70 of scores, so it's rather acceptable game. Steam says the same thing. There are some complaints about some groundbreaking issues like infinite loadings and stuff like that. I actually didn't caught that on the demo though, but it should be something that it will get fixed anyway, but you should be careful with that. And also the game, it is pretty cheap, so it costs 30 bucks, so Supermassive Games realizes this is no AAA title, this is probably a 2A title with great usage of technology. As you can see in here, it's amazing. So they are only charging you 30 bucks. And if you didn't play Man of Medan, or if you don't own Man of Medan, you can buy the package that includes Man of Medan and Little Hope just for more 10 bucks. So it will be 40 bucks for both games. And one of the best things about these games, in case you don't know, it is really the cooperative, because you can play cooperative with your friends where each other assume one character, which is amazing. Man of Medan, I remember that I did recommend the game for game night, which means that you can, now it's a bad idea probably because of coronavirus, but you can get your friends together and play all of them throughout the entire night, playing the game from beginning to the end, and each character, each friend of you assumes the role of one character. And so each friend will take its decision. So it's going to be fun because you will have some friends trying to screw you and some others trying to help you. So probably they are going to get out of your house pissed off with you. But it's going to be an interesting game if you want to play throughout a night, or just for example, sometimes, I don't know, when I was young I remember to do LAN parties. This is a little bit different, but it should be really interesting for you to try out. Alright, so...
Badmouth Taylor on the way over.
What did you say about me? You always get your boyfriend to stick up for you? Try doing it yourself sometime, dear.
You're kidding. He is not my boyfriend. What have you been telling her?
I didn't say a thing.
Keep out of our business, okay?
We are wasting valuable time here. Can we please just keep moving?
You think this is a solid plan, heading into town?
As good as any.
I went along with it before, but I'm not so sure now.
So what do you want to do?
How about you come with me back to the bus?
I'm with the professor on this one. Our best play is heading into town and getting some help.
Fine. I'll go wait on my own, no problem. Someone's gonna show up real soon.
Come on, Taylor, don't check out on us.
It's a bad idea to be out here walking around alone. Come with us.
Don't worry about me. I'll flag down the first car I see and come get you all real soon. Come with us. Are you kidding me? I'm not going anywhere with you. What? I walked away from you!
Uh-huh. So you thought better of going it alone then?
Why'd you come back? I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
Lost in a world of her own.
What the hell are you playing at? You going or not?
Hey, wait, what are you doing?
Taylor, look out!
What the?
What's going on with you? Why do you keep coming back?
I'm not coming back! I walked straight out every time! It's like, I don't know, I can't fucking leave or something!
Okay, let's try something. We'll all go together. We came from that direction. We must be able to go back that way. I want everyone to stay real close. No stragglers.
You want to put us on a kid's line? Okay, I'm coming. I admit, that is a little odd.
More than a little.
It's not possible.
It's just like I've been saying, we are trapped! We can't leave here! Now what do we
Okay,
do?
calm down, breathe. There's a rational explanation for what's happening.
Maybe we all died in the crash.
Yeah, nice theory, but I'm pretty sure we're all still alive and kicking.
Last I checked, you were schooling us on creative writing, not metaphysics.
I know who I'd like to be kicking. This is all down to you, this pissy little field trip. Now we're stuck here in Little No Hope.
That is way out of line. I had no way of knowing that damn bus would crash. You can't put that on me.
Are you for fucking real?
Watch your tone, will you? I am doing my best to understand this, just like you and the rest of us.
You can't understand this. Don't you get that yet? What I do understand is none of us would fucking be here if it wasn't for you.
You think I'm to blame? I don't want to be stuck here with you either.
Nice. You're the guy in charge. We're definitely
Right now, the fog appears to be in charge.
anyone but you, right? Do us all a big favor and get lost in the fucking fog.
I wish I could, believe
Please,
me.
stop. Fighting isn't going to help. Where do we go now?
We're fucked. We're not getting out of here.
Someone else thinks they can do a better job? Step right up.
Maybe it isn't real.
We have to get out of here right
I need to think straight.
fucking now.
Football coaching.
Why the fuck?
Can everyone just shut up? This isn't helping us find help or getting us out of here.
He's right. Bitching at each other isn't getting us anywhere. We have to work together as a team.
Thank you.
Now let's be logical. The fog is between us and the bus. There is no fog between us and town, so let's head that way.
I don't get how heading further away from the bus helps.
There is nothing on the bus we can use to get help. In town, there will be people, a working phone, something.
It pains me to admit, but he's right. There's nowhere else we can go except into that damn town.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You leaving me? Where are you going?
Come on, let's go with them. Until we know what's up, we should stick together.
Why did you say we might all be dead? You really think that's possible?
I saw some cable show about how your brain keeps going for a while after you know.
You die?
Forget about it. What they said didn't really stack up.
I don't like the look of that place at all. I'm not sure this is...
So guys, thank you a lot for watching. I hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.